Okay, welcome on board. I got 8 o'clock. Let's see, August 28th, 2018. Glad to have everybody on board with us tonight. And tonight, what I'm going to talk about is I'm going to talk about how to get your business into momentum. And what you can see on the slide in front of you, that the momentum is defined as mass times velocity will equal momentum. And and again, one of the things that I noticed when I was, putting my business together in my early stages, I didn't really understand what they meant by mass and velocity and momentum. Was quite simply this. When you first begin, it's just you and your business. Now, a lot of times you'll see people draw this little model that you see here, with the tipping point, and going through, the innovators and the early adopters, and then you get the early majority, the late majority, and the laggards coming in. And what they usually do is they kind of will have you look at that model and base it upon a particular company or some new technology. And what I want you to think about is that we are basically in this growth curve because we're doing something totally different than anybody else. We're not pitching a company. We're not promoting products. What we're actually doing is we're building teams of individuals who will cooperatively work together to create a better life through buying power. Our teams are willing to buy stuff to get their dreams. So we build the team, and then we plug the team into the company. And over the last, several months, you would not believe how many people that I come across and I talk to who tell me, I build an organization, 10, 15, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 people and more, and lost it. Either lost it to, to the company going out, or lost it to, another bright and shiny new company coming out and taking your people. Well, if you get a chance, you should really read The Tipping Point by Gladwell. And he's got a lot of really cool stuff in the book. One of the things he talks about that it's the little things that make the big difference. And he gave some illustrations and some examples how crime went way, way, way down. And all really that was changed as they started enforcing little laws like, jumping the gate at the subway and stuff like that. So what you'll look at is the little things that could tip your business. And so as we lay out our pattern and our system and our strategies and our techniques, just realize they might seem little, insignificant, but it's the little things that make the big difference. Well, one of the things that Gladwell covered in his book, he said, if you're in the innovator stage or the early adopter phase, he said you don't want to waste your time on the wrong people. It kind of gets back to what we talk about when Collins wrote in his book, Good to Great, Get the Right People on the Bus. Well, this is something I want you to think about. Your business follows the same growth curve. If you're just getting started in network marketing, you are the innovators. It's your idea, it's your vision, it's your mission to create your team. And what you're looking for is people who can buy into your vision and your mission. And your vision and mission in the ICB platform is building a team of people who are willing to buy stuff to get their dreams and keeping the team unified so you never lose the team. So what happens if a company goes broke, you don't lose your team. And you would not believe how many times I hear this over and over and over again. People will tell me, yeah, I built my organization and next thing now they're all gone and I've lost credibility with them. So I got to go off and start over again with new people. So you're constantly, about every 3 to 5 years, it seems like people were, having to redo it. Well, once you understand the power of building a team that stays with you, you'll never worry about losing your team. So if the company goes broke or if the next bright, shiny new product comes out, we're going to show you how to keep your team together. But here's the key. If you're just beginning, don't be fishing in the wrong pond. You want to make sure, and here's what Gladwell says. He says, during your early adopter phase, during your innovator stage, only talk with 3 different types of people. Only talk to Mavins, connectors, and persuaders. And he said the Mavins are the people who they have credibility. They're the people they're knowledgeable. The people go to them for advice. That's the type of person they are. And it's next one is the connectors, and this is the person they can get you connected with everybody. They know this person, they know that person, and they're a connector. And the third one is a persuader. And a persuader is a person who can transfer the feeling and the mission and the vision to other people. And so as you're building your team, and again, you're building a team of individuals who cooperatively work together to create a better life through buying power, people who are willing to buy stuff to get their dreams. They're sick and tired of going off and building companies, promoting products to only have it gone, every 3 to 5 years. So you're looking for people who are Mavins, connectors, and persuaders, and you'll know who they are. Okay, because here's what you realize: they think different. Okay, their filtering system is that of a positive person. They see things as, how can I fix this? They see things as, hey, where's the possibilities in this? They're not negative, they're positive. So as you're out penetrating the marketplace, and you're going through your innovator stage, you're going through your early adopter phase. What happens if you run across a person who says, well, you got to prove it to me. I just don't believe in this stuff. Well, you know what? I just don't spend time with that person now. I'll get back to them when you hit the tipping point. When your organization starts getting in and you get momentum going, then go back to them. Because what happens is they'll catch the vision and mission on what you're doing. They'll see the potential of this. Okay. Now, what exactly is what does a momentum look like? And I really want you to look at this page. This is what momentum is. Momentum is when you get 15 new people or 15 new Gold iWebitool members within a 30-day period. The minute you get that, you'll be in momentum. Now, the reason you're going to be in momentum is out of those 15 new people that joined you with the Gold iWebitool, you're going to find 5 of them are going to come on board, and they'll become a producer. And the producers are the ones that make this work. The producers are the one that actually penetrate and dominate the marketplace. The producers are the ones you're looking for. The producers will make everything happen. So what your goal is, you got to get 15 new people involved with you just as fast as you possibly can. And how do you find them? Well, it is pretty simple. You either find them through width or you find them through depth. Now, here's something that I find interesting within this industry. Most people don't understand depth. Most people look at network marketing like a sales organization. They know they need a lot of people, so they think they got to personally sponsor a lot of people. Well, you bring in 15 people that tell you, yes, I'm willing to follow the pattern, plug in the system. I'm willing to buy, $25 worth a month worth of stuff to get my dreams. I'm willing to do that. And the reason you bring in 15 is so you can find 5 good ones. You're looking for the 5 good ones. Well, if 15 width will get you 5 good ones, 15 depth will get you 5 good ones too. Now, here's the power of depth, and here's why depth is so cool. As you're driving the depth in the organization, you're driving that baby down. Okay, what happens is that when you get somebody underneath you, okay, who's a producer, okay, all of a sudden somebody underneath you is making this happen, and they're starting to burn this thing up and starting to just rock and roll, and you feel the pressure that somebody in your organization is ripping this thing up, and it causes you to actually perform at a higher level. The deeper you go in an organization that causes a fire, the fire burns up. All of a sudden the whole organization starts catching it. So I would rather go off and drive a leg 15 deep than put on 15 personal. So let's say I bring in Eddie. I say, hey, Eddie, let's partner up. I'll take my time, my money, my resources, my expertise. I'll go to work with you to help you build this business to get your dreams, help you build a team of people who are willing to buy stuff to get your dreams. Here's what I need from you. Follow the pattern, which is, basically follow this schematic that we got up here. Okay, and you don't have to understand that. All you know is that you're going to get traffic and sent to a capture page. They're going to do opt-in. They're going to go down to sales presentations. They're going to join, and again, there's several different phases of the system the pattern that we go through. But you're going to follow that pattern. You're going to plug into the system. The system is the Tuesday night broadcast. You plug into this, and you commit to buy $25 a month. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the person who'll spend $25 on the iWebitool system, because that's the tool we use to penetrate and dominate the marketplace. That's the tool we use to teach people how to build large organizations. So I'll take my time, my money, my resources, my expertise. I'll help you build this to get your dreams. Are you willing to spend $25 a month on iWebitool? Are you willing to follow the pattern, plug into the system? And if Eddie says yes, here's what I do. I say, well, Eddie, let's start putting your list of names together, because my goal is to find somebody underneath Eddie that can say yes to that same offer. Then as soon as I find that person, I say, hey, who can you get me in front of that we can pitch this same deal to? And then I'll have that person get me in front of somebody. Now, as you're driving that tap route down, that's really what you do. Is you're going here, you're going here, you're going here. Here's what's so cool about driving depth. It's not your list anymore. Okay, so Eddie's going to build his list. Okay, then all of a sudden Eddie gets me in front of Francis, and Francis says, "Yeah, you got a deal." Now, if Francis is on Eddie's list, but I treat Francis like she's my personal. I say, "Hey, Francis, I'll take my time, my money, my resources, my expertise, help you get your dreams. You follow the pattern, plug in the system, do the $25 a month. Do we got a deal?" And Francis was, "Well, yeah, you bet." Hey, Francis, who can you get me in front of? And here's what you got to realize: everybody's got a cell phone. Within your cell phone, you probably got 200 or 300 people. I get you to send out text to those people. people, just say, hey, dude, if you're looking for something that could just rock your world, you need to call me. I got something you need to take a look at. And then we send them, we got again, a system. Go back up here to the schematic, okay? We've got a process that you send them to, and you're going to send them to a sales page. It's a team building sales page, and I kind of recommend you use the 0001. And now you could use the 109. You can use a lot of different options, but it's a sales page, and so that person gets to the sales page, and that person says, "Yeah, you bet this looks good." And then what happens is I get on the phone with Francis's friend, and let's say it's Dan, and I say, hey Dan, here's the deal. I'll take my time, my money, my resources, my expertise, help you build this business to get your dreams. If you're willing to spend $25 a month, follow the pattern, plug in the system, do we got a deal? And Dan says, yeah. Say, Dan, take out your phone. Who can you text and get me in front of? You have no idea how fast you can drive that leg down and get it 15 deep. And when it's 15 deep, and just imagine this, what if the hot rod, okay, what if the person 14 levels in depth becomes the shining star, the one that blows this thing up, they are the connector, they are the Maven, they are the persuader. All of a sudden, that person at the bottom of that taproot gets everybody excited, because you got to realize, it's awesome to have somebody in the organization that's just blowing this thing up and making it happen, but you would also like to be part of that group. So I just drive depth, and I just go. Now, I still put on width, but my goal is I would rather go off and help you drive depth than me to go and put off on another personal. Because once I teach you this pattern, teach you this process of a triple braided cord and how to drive the depth and how to secure it. Okay, by the way, I don't use anybody helping me drive that taproot down until they have proven to me they know how to do this. So as I'm helping Eddie and I'm helping Francis, I'm helping Dan, as I'm driving that thing down, I'm telling, here's what you need to do, Eddie. You need to go off and take another leg, and then you need to go off and do the same thing I'm doing. And if Eddie says, well, I got nobody I can talk to, I said, well, then go into the ADB, go get yourself some leads, go get some clicks, get some traffic, and again, plug them into the system, follow the pattern, go up here and get some traffic, go to the capture page, ops in, and they go down the email list, and then just do the same process, go get another one. And as soon as you got one, got to realize, as soon as you got one, everybody's got a cell phone. Have them take out the cell phone and text their friends, text people that they know. And what do they need to tell them? Say, dude, I ran across something that's going to blow, this thing's going to blow up. We can make a lot of money. Let me know if you're looking for anything. And then you drive that baby down. And again, success loves speed. Network marketing does not grow slow and steady. It dies slow and painful. It grows fast and exciting. And if you want to have success, if you want to get momentum, you've got to get 15 new people in your group within 30 days. You've got to get 15 people that plug in, that follow the pattern, plug in the system, commit to the $25 a month and product, and you got to get that baby done in 15 days. Now, again, do it width or depth. Either way, do a combination of both. But to me, depth is always more important than width. If you give me a choice, go off and personally sponsor somebody, or go off and help somebody 20 levels deep get somebody. Now, if I got duplicators in this organization, again, as I'm driving this thing down and, I'm doing it underneath Eddie and I'm doing it underneath Francis, doing it Dan, all of a sudden Dan brings in Bruce, and I'm going this on. All of a sudden I look up and here Eddie is, and he's going off and he's doing another leg, and he's got that leg 3 deep, and he's doing that by himself. Now I know Eddie knows how to do this. Now I say, hey, Eddie, you and I are going to partner on this thing. So now when we're driving this thing, we're helping Bruce get this thing going. All of a sudden, Bruce gets me in front of Howard. And so now here's what I say. Hey, Eddie and I are taking our time, our money, our resource, expertise. We're going to help you build this, get your dreams, follow a pattern, plug in the system, commit to $25 a month. We got a deal. And Howard goes, you bet. And then Eddie and I just keep driving the thing down. Next time we look up, and all of a sudden we see Francis start duplicating, doing the same thing in another leg. And what if you never do the same thing in another leg? Do we help you put on another leg? Be quite honest with you, no, we don't. I will teach you how to build an organization to get your dreams. I am not, this is not a welfare state, okay? We teach free enterprise. We'll secure you. I mean, we're basically putting all this money in the bank by driving that taproot down underneath you. If you want to make money, you're going to have to work, okay? People that think, well, I don't want to work, well, get in something else, because it ain't going to last. The only way you're going to build something that lasts is you got to work. You got to teach people. You got to teach them the attitudes, the self-image, and the beliefs of success. And so as we drive that taproot down, now Eddie and I are doing it. All of a sudden, Francis duplicates. Now there's 3 of us driving it down. It's Eddie, Francis, and me. We keep driving it down. Next thing you know, we look up, and all of a sudden we see Dan starting to do the same thing. And Dan's following the same pattern. He's got a leg 3. He's got a new leg. He's working all by himself. 3 deep. And they'll say, hey, Dan, you come down and partner with us to drive this taproot down. Now here's the magic of a triple braided cord. Once I got 3 people driving that taproot down, it grows the fastest, plus the fact you don't need the 4th. So all of a sudden now it's Eddie, it's Francis, and it's Dan driving that Taproot down. I don't have to do it no more. That leg will self-generate. You know what? Eddie is 100% fired up driving that leg down. He wants to keep driving it down because he's looking to, he can hardly wait till Bruce steps up to the plate and Bruce starts duplicating the same process. Now all of a sudden, Eddie don't got to do it no more. All of a sudden, everybody understands why you drive depth. You drive depth because your goal in network marketing is build at one time, have it last a test of time. And here's what's cool about iClub Biz and iWebitool. You're not pitching a company. You're not promoting a product. You're building a team of people who are cooperatively working together to get their dreams through buying power. And then we plug them into companies. And then, and again, without getting too deep into the details, once you understand this little illustration over here where the traffic comes in, the automated invitations go out, when the people pop out and they're a producer, that's when you sit down. So this brand new person pops out, make a deal, time, money, resource, expertise, get your dreams, follow the pattern plugin system, and commit to buy $25 a month. They say, man, you got a deal. Then I explain to them how the schematic works. How we do targeted traffic, goes into capture page, goes into opt-ins, goes into a sales page, and those people that pop up, those are the ones we're looking for. Those are the ones we teach exactly what to do. We hold them by the hand, we partner with them. Then here's what's cool. Not everybody that pops into our capture page joins. And so what happens is after 30 days of being dripped on, promoting opportunity, think like an entrepreneur, building teams to make you money, if they don't get it, they move down into phase 2. When they move into phase 2, then we start dripping on them, still opportunity-based offers, but they're more product-driven. So basically, it's a travel product with an income. It's a coffee product with an income. It's an XYZ, ABC, it doesn't make no difference product with an income, because not only do we have proprietary products with ICB, we have strategic partners. We've got other network marketing companies that are part of our strategic program that are involved in phase 2. That's why we drip on them, because we're just looking for people who have a predisposition to making money, and if they're product focused, well, let's bring them in. Maybe we can get them upgrade later to become a team builder. But if they get in as with company A, company B, company C, they're still getting in with you because they're your companies. So as this producer pops through the funnel, and I'm explaining how this all works, then I say, hey, Eddie, by the way, here are some of my strategic partners. You'll probably want to get hooked up with this. I got this one. I got this one. I got this one. These are awesome. These are killer programs. And again, as they're popping through in phase 2, they join. And then also, if they don't join in phase 2 and they go down in phase 3, they also have an opportunity to join in phase 3. It's just product only. And here's what happens: my personals join those companies. Now, I only pitch my personals. I don't pitch anybody in the downline, any of these strategic partners. I just show my personals. That's it. And what do I do with my time? I'm driving depth. I'm driving this Taproot on, going down and going down and going down and going down. And as I'm going down, okay, I'm telling, again, this person here, now, for example, let's say this is Eddie, and let's say this is Francis, and this is Dan. As I'm popping, okay, I say, hey, Eddie, you need to join these, these strategic partners I got, because they're just killer. So let's say Eddie doesn't join them. Well, then I will not promote to Francis those strategic partners, because Eddie's not in those, okay? I will only promote the ones that Francis, that Eddie's in. And so anyone that Francis is in, that's the only one to promote here. So as I drive it down through Dan, we get on the Bruce, we just keep driving that Taproot down. I only promote the ones that the sponsor's in, but here's what happens. They go into the back office of iWebitool, they click on the capture pages, they look at all the different capture pages, pretty soon they log down, they look at this company, say, man, this is a cool company. And so they find out a little bit more about it, they go to the sales page, and then they click on the sales page, and all of a sudden the sales page says, hey, you click on the join button, it says, hey, get back with your sponsor. So they give you their replicated website so you can join with this company. So let's say this person down here clicks on that site, and so what do? They call their sponsor, and they say, hey, hey, Leo, I'd like to get in with this company. What's your replicated, your address? Well, if this guy or this girl has an understanding of what we're doing, they're going to tell their new personal, well, hold up for a second, I'll get back with you. And they're going to call their sponsors, hey, I need to get in this. Well, if this person's not in, they're going to call this person, I need to get in. Can you see all of a sudden I can put 10 people in your strategic company in a day by driving depth? By looking for people who got a dream and heart that they can't get doing what they're doing, who's willing to spend $25 a month, commit to the pattern, follow the system. If you just understand this, you drive depth, you drive depth, you drive depth. Now, again, almost everybody I personally sponsor, they all join my strategic partners because it makes sense. But if they don't, I don't worry about it. I see which ones they join. And what happens if Eddie doesn't join any? Then when I go down here and I get Francisco and I say, hey, Francis, we got a lot of strategic companies that you can bring into the mix. So if you got some companies you're out promote right now, you can bring them in. And then I say, hey, who can we get this in front of? And then I go down here and say, well, we can get this in front of Dan. So let's go, hey, Dan, here's what we're doing. And we get it down to Bruce. Well, again, if none of these guys have any strategic partners, I just drive down and say, we have the availability for you to set up strategic partners. And then here's what happens. They log into the back office and they say, oh, I really like this product. This is kind of cool. I think I want to join this. Boom, get a hold of your sponsor. And all of a sudden, I want to join. So all of a sudden what happens? They all get in. Guys, I hope you can catch this. This thing is blowing up. Okay, you can, everybody on this broadcast night, you can all get in momentum. You can all put 15 new $25 iWebTool members in your organization within 30 days. You can either do it through width or you can do it through depth. I love depth. The reason I love depth is because it's more fun, because I'm working with people. These people up here think, they think you're selling. And I'm down here. When I'm down here, and when I'm 7, 8 levels deep, and knew what I do, and I know all these people. How do I know them all? Because I did this. I know Eddie, I know Francis, I know Dan, I know Bruce. So as I'm driving this thing down, I just tell them the whole line of sponsorship. If I helped Eddie, I helped Francis, I helped Dan, I helped Bruce, and if I help, Jan and Joe and Michael, if I help them all, guess what? I'm going to help you too. And they go, my God, well, please help me. Okay, so I just drive it, and all of a sudden now they start, plugging in the back office. They start listening, they start reading, they start associating. Pretty soon their attitude changes, their self-image changes. All of a sudden their filters change. You're going to find out most people always operate in a manner that's consistent with how they see themselves conceptually. They've never been involved in an environment that helps them change their self-concept, because the problems that they have in life are created by the person they are when they got in this. So most people get into network marketing, got all these problems, think they're going to get rich because they got this great opportunity. Here's the reality. If you don't change who you are, you're going to keep getting what you got. Okay, so we teach people how to change that attitude, how to change that self-image, how to increase your beliefs, how to all of a sudden become who you need to become so you can get your dreams. How's that done? It's done through depth. And as you drive it and you drive it and you drive it and you drive it and you hang with people who think different, you start to realize 100% of people who aren't in network marketing don't have a clue what it is. 95% who are in don't have a clue what it is because they think it's products. They think it's selling. It has nothing to do with that. Robert Kiyosaki had the cash flow quadrants, the employee, self-employed, the business owner, investor. Most people think Robert Kiyosaki, when he talks about the system, he's talking about the schematic. They think he's talking about this system. That is not the system he's talking about. The system he's talking about is a system you can put somebody into to help them change their self-concept, change their attitude, change their belief, help them become who they need to become so they get their dreams. That's the system. That's the system that we create. That's why I tell people the pattern that we follow, this is the pattern. The system is the Tuesday night broadcast. The system is plugging into an environment. Atmospheres create the attitude, okay? And then attitude will create the action. So that's the system that Kiyosaki was talking about. And guys, I'm going to go ahead and close the recording down, otherwise I'll end up talking all night.